Let's go to another important channel of our materials. I'm going to create yet another material. Okay, actually, let's work a little bit with the class. Let's open our class. And I want you to see a small detail here. So I have my V-ray there. Actually, let's do it on the sphere. Okay. And what would happen if I actually add a particular bump map into my glass? This is actually many times how we define glass, because glass, especially in a bottle that is not such a great quality, will have a bump. So I'm going to add a noise map. By default, the noise map is actually very big. Okay, so I'm going to put it into 0.2. Sorry, this is on the diffuse map. I have to change it into the bump map. And then you start seeing details. Okay, the bump map, if I click on the material and I go all the way down to maps, it's the only one that is not on 100. And there's a reason for that, because it never goes up that much. This is in a glass, I would actually just put it like in 2, just to add a little bit of detail so that the reflections, if I take out the map, you see that the line is going to be completely straight. Okay, so the reason why I put this bump map is because the light is not, the reflection is never going to be completely straight, because the surface is never completely clean, but you don't really see the map. So it's a nice trick. Okay, another thing I forgot to tell you, if I go to my glass here, okay, is that I can have this transparent glass not being completely transparent. So I'm going to go to my glass and I'm going to alter the glossiness of my glass. For that, I can put it in a lower glossiness value, and now it is like a milk glass, and so it's much better than just taking down the refractive. Okay, this is actually going to be a lot more heavy than if I would actually just leave it completely in 1. Okay, so let's say I put it in 75. That's a typical value for it. And then I add this bump map to it. And this is a very typical setup for a milky glass. Okay, another thing I can do is that the reflection of the glass is actually with my noise map. So to continue with our bump, I'm going to now just take out the glass, go to my material here, and I'm going to add this material. It's a basic material. Double click on it, just make it a little bit darker. And I'm going to add this noise to the bump there. I'm going to put a little bit of reflection, because otherwise you won't see the bump so clearly. And there it is. Okay. And what happens if I actually put it on displacement? It actually alters my geometry. So it's supposed to take the units exactly as the units are set up in your computer. So in this case, 2 would be 2 centimeters. And lastly, the next way to work with bump is to add a bump material. For that, we go to the bump material. And let's say I want to switch from this glass into the other, and always having the same bump material. And what I do is that I apply the bump material, okay, and I apply my noise to the bump material, and then I can switch from this one to this one. and always have the same material. So what it allows me is a lot more freedom to always have the same material if that's what I want, but then change between the base material.